Hello everyone, my name is Linda Dolke, and if you haven't watched me before, I'm a demonstrator in Australia with Stampin Up. I'm very excited to be here with another Sunday night live for you, and we're going to make some fun stuff. How's everyone's weekend been? I see we have lots of comments, lots of people here already. You guys are awesome. Thank you for showing up every Sunday night and making our night a great night. This is such a fun group. If this is the first time you've been here and you haven't been part of this group before, please pop into the comments and say hello. Don't be shy, because this is such a welcoming, inclusive group, and we welcome everyone here. So thank you so much for joining us. I see we have all the regulars. Well, we have lots of regulars. We have Roz and we have Margaret. Hello, both Margarets, Margaret Griffith and Margaret Gordon. Is Margaret Keep here? It was her birthday the other night. That was a bit exciting. And then Susan is here. Hey, Susie. Sheila, hi. Katrina is here. Joan, hello. So many people. I can't go through all the names. Barbara. Oh, goodness me. Donna is here. That reminds me of something I need to say in just one moment. Just going through and seeing if I've missed anything. Did I miss anything important as you were all chatting before I came on? How did we go? Oh, Monique was here too. Monique, are you still here? So Monique is in Europe, so it's past her bedtime. Or actually, it's probably early morning, isn't it now? So not so bad. And then we have some of the North American girls as well. Hello. Hello, Moira. How are you? Oh, there's a cool change coming through. Is there, Donna? Good. It's been actually pretty nice here today. Not too hot at all. I think it got to 27 or something like that. So that's actually really very pleasant. So really nice. All right. I am going to switch over to the desk. Let's get going and have a bit of a play. I'm going to put my lamp on before I forget, and let's see what we can do. I've got my catalogue here just to remind me to tell everyone, as usual, that we are currently working from the mini catalogue, but we also have the annual catalogue. So we have all the catalogues right now. It's this time of year that we have a mini catalogue, we have an annual catalogue, we have a celebration of catalogue, which is just all free products. Gifts with purchase are in this one. Okay. Hey, Maggie, nice to see you. Hi, Jody. Oh, it's going to be 40 plus in Adelaide for the next few days. That's no good. I hope you got good air conditioning. Weather is a funny thing, Susan. You are right. We all have it in common, but it's different wherever you look, right? And Australia's a big country, so lots and lots of different temperatures from one side to the other and from north and south. So, yep, it's a bit crazy. Now, not only do we have these things, so this is, if you don't have these catalogues, let me know. Tell me in the comments or send me a message. I'll have, straight after this video, there'll be my email address and everything will be underneath the video. And you can send me a message and I will send some out to you. They don't cost anything. I'm happy to put them in the post. Okay, so, well, they don't cost anything to you. So for anyone who wants them, just sing out. Okay, it's easy to get your hands on catalogs. And right now we also have what they call online exclusives. So if you go to the online store, then you will see there's lots more things that aren't even in print catalogs. Okay, so and the interesting thing, Stampin' Up were going over some numbers and things with us recently, and I was really surprised. A lot of people, I know particularly demonstrators, that get excited about catalogs and not so excited about the online exclusives, and yet the online exclusives are what are walking out the door. They're the things that are actually going, they're the most successful right now. So isn't that interesting that a lot of people, I guess, just go to the online store to do their shopping. They don't necessarily have a catalogue in front of them. So it's really interesting that that's kind of changed a little bit over the last few years. Bling Queen is hot in the city. Yeah, right. Don't melt on us, okay? So I thought tonight I would start with something that's actually not in a print catalogue. And it's something I'm going to be talking about quite a bit over the next week or so, because we have our scrapbooking brochure. It's a digital brochure. That won't be the case always. These things are going to be in our physical catalogs, but the brochure that we have right now, this is actually the online one, and I've printed it out. Okay. Any news on a free shipping date? I haven't heard anything, Susan. That doesn't mean it isn't, but I haven't heard anything. They don't usually let us know until a day or two beforehand. So if you're not in a big hurry, you certainly could wait to see if there is one, I guess. But celebration will end at the end of February. So if you want to get it in before then to get yourself some freebies, don't wait past there. But yeah. I mean, we're very lucky here in Australia. Our postage is significantly cheaper than some other countries. Like I know the US have higher postage costs than us, something like 10% or something like that. Ours is only 6%. So it's actually much, much better. So someone can probably confirm that. I don't know exactly if that's right, but someone can tell me. So the scrapbooking brochure has got lots and lots of fun things in it. And there's this kit up the back here. It's called Everyday You and Me. And this is it here, and you can see why I like it so much. It's got Pretty Peacock, and it's got So Saffron, and what other colours has it got in it? It does tell me here. Featured colours are Grey Granite, Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie. Actually, it's not, what did I say, So Saffron? Oh my gosh, we don't even have that colour anymore. Linda, snap out of it. We now have Wild Wheat. Okay, Wild Wheat is the yellow, although in this, I've got to say, it looks like So Saffron here, but it's not So Saffron. Now, I did say a moment ago that seeing Donna's name and a couple of the other girls reminded me of something. I'm going to announce towards the end of this video, and please don't let me forget, I'm going to announce the winner of the competition that was in my newsletter this week. Okay, so the competition was, I showed a card. It was this one, okay, this card right here. And I asked people to let me know how many celebration items I used on this card, okay. I had 5 correct winners, okay. And so one of those people, we're going to draw it tonight. One of those people who guessed correctly is going to get themselves a pack of embellishments, which I will pop in the mail for you this week. So, so that's what's happening. Hello, Monique. Oh, it's a cold but sunny. -2. That's Celsius, isn't it? Yeah, that's cold enough. Goodness me. Oh, I did hear that they've got bad flooding up in North Queensland, right? I hope no one here is affected too much by that, and it looks quite bad. You said the road between Cairns and where, Susie, has been cut. That's a bit crazy. I can send you things in the mail, like as far as I can't order products for you, but I can send you, if I have something, and I do have something, I can send it in the mail to you, Sheila. So you can enter. It's a bit late now, but the entry's closed off last night. But for future reference, yes, you can enter, no matter where in the world you are. Okay, so yeah, know that one for next time. Okay, I probably should have been more clear. Anyway, this Everyday You and Me kit was my January kit of the month. And that's because this week on Wednesday, it's the first Wednesday of the month. And so this is going to be my scrapbooking video this week. And you're probably thinking, why are you telling us about this? We're card makers. We're not scrapbookers. You can be both, guys. I'd love a show of hands. Who does both? Or who only does one or the other? I mean, I know some people only scrapbook and they don't make cards, and some people only make cards and they don't scrapbook, and some people do both. So I'm really curious to know, are you both or are you one or the other? And let me know in the comments. You do both, says Monique. Monique's are both. So cards only, says Barbara. That's fine. Hello, Tanya. How are you? Susie does cards. Leslie does cards. Janine does cards. Denise, I know you do both. Hello, how are you, Denise? Nice to see you. We need a coffee. Need a coffee catch up. You tried scrapbooking once. Well, maybe it's time to give it another go, Sheila, because it's a lot of fun. You're both Katrina, cards only. So we really have a good mix. Nancy's both. Margaret's cards only. Tanya said she scrapbooked previously and would like to get back in. These kits make that really easy. Really easy. So cards only, says Margaret. Can I just tell you, if you're thinking of doing scrapbooking, there's a couple of things that you can look at. One is you can look at doing a special occasion, like you might have a wedding, or you might have, I don't know, something really special, a holiday or something, an event that you want to scrapbook. And that can be a great way to get started, because you have lots of photos around that event and you want to do something special with them other than just leave them on your phone, right? So that can be a really great way of doing it. And then it gives you something really precious and special to look at, okay? And it can be any size album. It can be all sorts of things. We will have a lot more scrapbooking products coming in our annual catalogue, and I'm very excited about it. It's going to be so cool to have that option again, okay? Maureen says she's mainly cards but happy to learn how to do scrapbooking. Well, the reason these kits are so good is because you can pick a theme. So, for example, this one, it's going to show you how to do these 6 layouts, okay? And there are instructions in here. There's cutting guides, so you know how to cut your paper. They're really, really great. And then you've got your instructions for each one, okay? They're also very easy. And the nice thing about them is I don't think that they're too over the top, so your photos are the star of the show, because sometimes I've seen some pages, and maybe that's, you know, for some people it might be what they want, but sometimes they're so over the top that the photos get lost in there. So I really love it when the photos are the star of the show, and, you know, and they are what you focus on. Okay, that's just my take on it. So you can see I've got a pack here. This is all part of the kit. We've got these fantastic, I love these. These are grey granite, both sides, like cardboard die cuts. All right, so they, and you might have seen me, I did a card with these a few weeks ago, and we actually used, in fact, we used that one in the middle of our card. So so yeah, you can do cards with these as well as scrapbook pages. You're not limited to that. And then we've got some stickers. Stickers work well on cards or scrapbook pages, so you could use it for both. Okay, isn't this nice? Look at all the different stickers, and you've got all different things. The colors coordinate beautifully. So Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, Wild Wheat, Grey Granite, and a little bit of vanilla in here as well. Aren't they nice? Love, love, love. So nice. And these are cardstock weight stickers, so they're quite, you know, they're quite thick. I'm just going to pop it back down again, but they're very thick. And you could use this as a double one, or you could even cut that with your trimmer and make it a single, like smaller pieces if you wanted to. But they're really, really lovely. Right. Now, then also part of this pack, we have, there's some exclusive papers. The exclusive papers are single-sided, so that's how you know they're the exclusive ones. So you've got this grey granite piece here, which is actually really lovely. And then we've got, that's another exclusive one, the Wild Wheat with little flowers, couple of each. And then we've got some 12 by 12 cardstock. Okay, so you've got all your cardstock pieces, some Lost Lagoon, some Pretty Peacock, and then we've got some die cut pieces. Okay, you can see this shape here makes this here, these. Okay, so it shows you how to do that. Now on Wednesday at 12 o'clock, I'll be going live to take you through this kit, because this is the kit I focused on last month, and hopefully a few of you have bought it, and you'll be able to follow along with me. And I'm going to use these kind of as a base, or one of these, but then I'm going to deviate, and we're going to do some special things with it that is on top of that. Okay, so you can see all these lovely papers. Look how nice these are, the double-sided ones. So we've got some gingham in the Lost Lagoon. We've got some Wild Wheat, very light and watered down. And then we have these. Now this piece of paper, I love this. How beautiful is this? It's like an ombre kind of I mean, how beautiful. You wouldn't even need to do a lot to that to make it look really special for your photos. So how have they used it here? Let's have a look and see. Okay, they've used it here. They've cut it down a little bit and then put it on a larger piece. And they've used a little bit. Actually, I think, is that the only place they've used it? So the nice thing, that is the only place they've used it, which if you think about this is kind of cool. When you're finished with the kit and you've made your 6 layouts, like I said, there's 2 of each, and they've only used 1 of them. So you're going to have pieces left over after you've done your 6 layouts. Okay, so it's pretty cool. I love it. It is gorgeous, right? All right, so we may do something with that tonight. This paper, I used it before. We did some stuff. Look at that. Isn't that nice? all fantastic for scrapbooking. This is, you can see I've cut this one down and we used it once before. All right, I'm going to put that aside for a sec and we're going to come back to it. Actually, I'll just leave it here on the desk because we're going to come back to it pretty quickly. Now, I do want to show you this. This is the Everyday You and Me bundle that comes as an extra. You don't have to have it. And in fact, in the instructions, they haven't used this. Okay, this is an extra that you can if you want to have it. And I did want to have it because I love these little roses. And I thought, well, let's do something fun with those tonight. Let's see how. And the sayings are really lovely for a scrapbook page, but there's some of these that you could use easily on a card as well. You know, like I could do happy and then put a little birthday next to that. In fact, that would be nice. Let's do that. I like that. In fact, I think I might have done that previously. And they've got so much joy. That's really nice. You could use that on a Christmas card. And then we've got some really lovely roses. So let's have a play. I'm going to grab myself some basic white cardstock. I've got some ready to go here. Give me a second. It's sitting under my trimmer. Of course it is. Now I tend, if I'm using paper that has particular colors in it, if it has white in the paper, then I will use a white base. Okay, but so I'm making a card tonight and we're just going to have a play. I don't even know what card I'm making yet. We're just going to take it as it comes and see what we like. All right, so I'm deciding which paper I really would like to use out of this. I'm very attracted to this paper at the back. Oh, I missed the die cuts. Look, I didn't even go over those. Look at these die cuts. Can you see those? They're really lovely. So you've got, you know, like big daisies and some different textured shapes. I'll pull that out. And these are extra in the pack as well. So, you know, definitely like that, all of us together, that's definitely a scrapbooking kind of a sentiment, isn't it? But you could use some of these others, the smaller ones or the leaves, you could use those on a card pretty easily, actually. So we have some options. This would be a nice little, you know, add a sentiment to this. It's a little circle. So just really nice. A potluck card. Yeah, that's me. I always do potluck. We'll see what happens, right? You've got this and you used to make, oh, one sheet wonder. What a great idea. I haven't done a one sheet wonder for a while. Maybe I should be thinking about those again because it's been a while since I did one. All right, so this is the paper that I really like. And I was thinking about maybe doing something with this because I think it's really, really pretty. And I'm deciding what colors I would like to use. I think I will grab some pretty peacock. And let's see what we feel like. And if you think that my choices are not great, then that's okay. I won't be offended. If you don't like my choices, you can tell me and we'll change things. So I'm not proud about that. There's a piece ready and it's the right size and everything. So that's pretty awesome. And I'm going to have a piece that is 13.8. I'm not going to cut the whole thing. I'm just going to cut a bit there. And I'm going to go 9.5 centimeters this way. And I'm going to pop that right on there. That's really nice. And I don't know whether I like the pretty peacock behind, but I'm going to stick with it anyway. Let's just go with that. And then we can decide later if we should have done something different. And if I do a second card, I'll do it different next one. Right. I'm going to pop that right there in the center of this piece. All right. And that'll end up on here. Probably, I mean, I probably could put it on there now, but yeah, I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with that. All right. And then we've got, I do like the happy. I think the happy is really nice. When we did this last time, I might also do some roses. So let me take this piece off. And yeah, I've used the happy before. See, there it is. It's actually sitting over here because when I've used them, I put them onto the stamp case and I just keep them on the plastic until I use them for the first time. So So I guess what I'm trying to say to you guys is, even if you don't scrapbook, you can still enjoy the papers and all the other bits and pieces. They're going to give you a whole bunch of other options that you wouldn't have otherwise. So that's pretty cool. I think I need to order some more blocks. I don't have as many. I have lots of block D because that's a really useful block, but I haven't got that many C's and B's. I did have 2 of each, but I'm not sure. Actually, if I think about it, well, here's the second B. There we go. It probably all is here in my drawer. And I'm deciding what other do I want to use. Maybe a leaf. Actually, I really like this little guy. This is really nice. And let's look at the dies. Let's see what's in there, because that might change my mind. You had to take off autofocus of your camera. Okay, I have been trying to do that, Susie, and I haven't been able to do it. So it's an update. Is that what the problem is, Denise? Thank you. Oh, we've got 2 Elaines here tonight. I bet you're both awesome. It's not that confusing. All right, so we've got... Oh, this one here. Yeah, so these little roses, these guys here, have their own die, and I rather like that. So I'm thinking I'm going to, and also some of the leaves have their own die as well. But let's just see how we go. And I'm going to double check and see if I have any more. I have so many blocks in this drawer, really. And I am going to use the happy again. But last time we just stamped the happy, and like this time I'm thinking it might be nice to emboss it. So anyway, there's the happy. And I'll grab a birthday out of a different set. Probably the beautiful butterflies, because those are really good. That's a really good birthday. This one here, nice and small and straight. It's a really nice one. So we might do that. The Zoom class, thank you to everyone who came to the Zoom class. That was so much fun the other day. All right, I'm deciding, I think I want Lost Lagoon as my, I'm going to ink this up in Lost Lagoon. And I want the roses to be darker, so I'm going to do the roses themselves with my markers in Pretty Peacock. So you can see I'm just adding color to the roses. All right, can you see what I've done there? So it's Lost Lagoon here and Pretty Peacock here. And that's a really handy thing you can use your markers for. I think everybody knows at the moment that we have a marker special. And that's pretty cool. It's a joining special. And I need to talk about it because it is the best deal we have right now. All right, can you see how we have the two different colors there? Looks good, doesn't it? And I'm thinking maybe a Pretty in Pink. I might just use, if I'm just going to do the whole thing, there's no need to use markers. I can just ink it up with my ink pad. So let's, and then maybe I'm deciding, do I want to add another color? That is the thing. Or do I want to, well, let me do this one. I'm going to huff on it, and I'm just going to re-ink it with it. Well, without re-inking, I'm going to stamp a second time. And can you see I get a different, like a lighter? In fact, you might notice it's a little bit bluer, but it's almost the same color as the Lost Lagoon. Not quite. Not quite. Okay, so we've got those. And I'm deciding, I'm thinking we might have another color. I wonder about introducing this color. If it doesn't look right, we don't have to do it. I'm thinking about doing Misty Moonlight. Not quite as dark as navy. Nearly. Right, and you can see I've got, I'm just using a piece of scrap paper that was left over from another project. So that's why I'm doing this. Now, the big die, well, here's the little one for the roses. So that one's going to go through and it'll be cut out there. And then this little guy here. Now, whenever I have a new die, I've got to work out where is the right place to cut. That looks like the right place. And then we have a medium size one. Actually, is it that one? I think it's this one. And it goes that way. All right, so that's looking pretty good. All right, so I'm going to cut those out through my cut and emboss machine. If you don't want them to move, like if you're worried about that, you can put some washi tape or even a Post-it note on top. So, for example, Post-it notes are good because they're very, so if I put that on, that's going to hold them so that I can move this around and they're not going to move. Okay, so that's a handy idea. Post-it notes are very thin, so they cut with no problems when you put them through. I'm just going to run that through my cut and emboss machine. And I'm just going to do the other two while I'm here because it's the same size dies. The hard part is just once you work out where the which way the dies go, you can see it every time, but it takes usually when you're using new dies, you have to work it out the first time. Got that right. Oh, I managed to not cut one all the way through. I must have had my plate in the wrong place. That's okay. I'll just quickly put it back in and do it again. So the nice thing about Pretty Peacock, I don't know, do you think Pretty Peacock is green or do you think it's blue? For me, I think it's blue, but it's certainly got a good lot of green in it. So it looks good with greens and with blues, depending, not a yellow green though. It's more of a blue green. So I don't know if that makes sense to everybody. But that's what I like to do. All right, so let me... Right, so I'm going to put my dies back on here so I don't lose them, because you know I will if I'm need to be careful. So that one goes in the middle there, and then this one goes here. Actually, this one can go here, around that one. There we go, all back on. Move that out of the way. How did you like our cards on Friday night? I was really happy with the tree card. I liked both, but the tree card was lovely because that was the first time I'd used that. And so it was a really nice, to see that in use. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my panel on to my base card. I haven't decided yet which piece I want to have across the front of my card. All right, so we've got some roses and bits and pieces, but we're going to need a greeting. I might have another one of these, but then again, I might just use some of this because this is the right color. This is grey granite, and so is this, right? So what did Lorraine say? That was a good choice. You go with dark turquoise. Yeah, that would work. You think it's more green? Sheila says green. Maureen says green. Blue says Leslie. Green. Yeah, isn't that interesting that we all see them different, right? Oh, hey, Ellen, how are you? A quick drop in. Nice to have you with us. Thank you for coming in. That's lovely. All right. So I've got these ready to go, and I want to have a banner in the middle, and I'm deciding what banner to use. I could, of course, go with the stylish shapes. That's always a good banner size, or we could grab something out of the countryside corners. What do people think? What banner shall we have in the middle here that we're going to put our roses? You know, I'd like to have maybe something on either corner, maybe something like this, and maybe we'll go, I don't know, something like that, and maybe we'll have this little thingy popping out somewhere, and then I want to have something in the middle. Okay, so what does everyone think? Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, girls. I really appreciate it. Oh, you've added the tree to your next door, the twisted in time. Isn't it nice? I liked it because it reminded me of all those beautiful tree sets. If you like trees, the other one I really love is this frosted forest. I love this, and it's got matching masks, which are really nice to work with. So the question is, what banner are we going to have? And I've got lots and lots of different banners, and I'm just deciding what would be a good one. What do people think? No one's actually said, so maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe not. We could. What about the wildflower designs? Or is that going to be? That might be too wide. I feel like I want something long and thin. So yeah, these ones are too wide. Even if I had this one, it's not. It's too wide and not long enough. So no, that's not right. So pop that one back in its holder. Long thin banner. I read banana, not banner. A small oval shaped banner. I want something big enough to stamp the happy on. So I don't have any oval shapes big enough for that. The butterflies banner, maybe that might work. Although it's thin. Okay. I was thinking let's look at. I mean, if I was going to go with this would be if I wanted to have the stylish shapes. This one's not a bad size. Okay. And let me see, have I got countryside corners handy, or are they still? They're usually floating around my desk. They almost never get put away because I'm usually using them so often. Yep, here they are. They're on the desk. So this is another option. You did say, I know. So this is another option. Okay, so this one as well. And this is nice because it's wide enough for our happy, and we could add the birthday onto that as well. Okay, so that would actually work. So we could go with the countryside corners. Let's see, I would like a vote. The votes are stylish shapes with the concave banners and the stitching. That's number 1. Or you can choose number 2, which is countryside corners, and it's this second or one of the smaller dies from the countryside corner set. Which one do you think we would have? So let's go. Let's see which one gets the most votes. 2. We've had 3, 4. Oh, everyone looks like the 2s have it, guys. Looks like. Oh, Elaine said number 1. But overwhelmingly, we're seeing 2s. Okay, all right. 2 it is. And now I've got another question. I could, because I'm thinking I'm going to do my happy with white embossing powder on a darker color. And I could do Pretty Peacock as my darker color, or Lost Lagoon. Okay, so let's get both out, and then you can tell me which one you want. Once again, do we want our banner to be the dark Pretty Peacock, or... So the dark is number 1, and the lighter one is number 2. Okay, so Lost Lagoon number 2, Pretty Peacock number 1. So Pretty Peacock says Sheila and Monique says Pretty Peacock. So PP is Pretty Peacock and LL is Lost Lagoon. Pretty Peacock. Lost Lagoon. Oh, I'm seeing a bit of both. Lots of voting. Good to have you guys voting. Thank you so much for that. It's very helpful. It's really, I think there's more Pretty Peacocks. Yeah, there definitely is. But there's some Lost Lagoons too, and both would have looked good. Both would have looked absolutely fine. Okay, I'm going to cut this out. I've actually got, you can see I've been mucking around with this paper. So I've actually got a piece that I can just squeeze that onto up the top here. So let me cut out that shape. I'm just going to run that through my cut and emboss machine, and then it's ready to go. All right, so we have our darker piece here. Now, because this is darker, thankfully we have enough white in it that it's still going to stand out, so that's okay. We've got our different shapes here. I also think we'll probably end up maybe using this, but I'll come back to that in a second. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to grab my embossing stuff. So give me 1 second. And I've got my beautiful new, my new heat tool. Yay! Thanks to Ellen who gave me her heat tool last week and lent me one in my time of need. But I'm very grateful that that I have a new one. All right, I somehow managed to upend into my drawer. I managed to upend my embossing powders and everything, so I had to quickly grab them. I don't know how I did that. I must have been putting it away too quickly and kind of threw it in there maybe. That's possible. I don't know about you, but if I'm cleaning up, sometimes I throw things around. Don't know what I've done with my embossing buddy though, but that's okay. We'll manage without tonight. I'm just going to give it a quick brush over with my little brush. This brush comes with this kit. It's called the Embossing Editions Kit, and you'll find it in the online store. I'm going to be stamping the Happy with some Versamark ink. And I've got my, Happy looks a bit crooked. I'm just going to do this again. If ever you have a greeting that you're trying to put onto a block, put it, and I'm not putting it on the mat, on the glass mat, because it will stick to it. And what I want it to do is I want it to find its own shape. So I'm not actually going to try and put it on with my fingers. Instead, I'm going to pick it up with my block. So let me make sure it's on there properly. And this way it's the right shape because it's the shape that it automatically finds. It finds its true shape when you just let it sit down on the paper like that. So can my husband. Actually, I asked him if he could do some electrical taping for me, and he said no problem. So yes, Denise, he has some electrical tape somewhere, and he's going to do that. So I have a spare. All right, I'm putting this on the grid so that I can put it on straight, and I'm putting it on slightly above halfway. And I'm going to put it in the middle here of my little tray. And I'm going to dump my Wow Opaque Bright White powder, the one that we sell, on here. I'm actually really happy with this powder. I don't know if anyone else has. I just found it's somehow even whiter than the old one. Just give it a tap off. Come in with your brush and get rid of any obvious stray bits of powder that are floating around. All right. Now, that's ready to go, but before I do anything else, I'm going to pop my powder back into my jar because I don't want it to get blown around. No, I'm not going to chuck it out. I was going to chuck it out. I actually had put it aside to get rid of, and then I realized that it was probably salvageable. and it could be a good spare one. So I've got a new one, but I have a spare. All right, so I'm just going to pop it in here so it's ready to go, and I'm going to turn this on at the wall. I always have it, this is probably a good idea for you as well, to keep your heat tool turned off at the wall, because it's in case you bump it or it falls and it accidentally turns itself on. That has actually happened to me once. So I would just suggest that you keep it off at the wall, and that way you never have to worry about a mishap. I'm just going to heat this up, and you'll see it goes really bright white when it's cooked. That's what we're doing. We're cooking it. It's cooked when it's bright white and shiny, hard and shiny. I'm almost done. Who else is an embossing fan? I love embossing. Absolutely love it. It's just one of my favorite things to do, and it will give you so many beautiful results. Okay, so I don't know if you can see now that this is, we get light on it, maybe, maybe not. Oh, kind of a little bit there. But the secret of this now is the powder's not there anymore. We've actually got this hard and shiny, and it's embossed. All right, so that is our special little technique, embossing. And then what I wanted to do with this, just to give it a little bit more oomph, is I'm going to grab a blending brush. This is an optional thing. You don't have to do this. And I'm going to pick up a little bit of Pretty Peacock, and I'm actually going to put it over the top of this. And you're thinking, what the heck? What is she doing? It's not even white anymore. I know. Don't worry. We'll take care of that in a second. But what this is going to do, it's going to make it stand out even more. So I like to do this when I'm working on a darker color, particularly. Not so much if I'm working on like white or something like that. And you guys know I love my blending brushes. I could do a whole thing just on blending brushes. Maybe, I know I use them all the time, but maybe one day, one Technique Tuesday, we'll just do blending brushes, different things you can do with blending brushes. That might be fun. All right, can you see that now is kind of, the color has come up nice. Okay, and then you've got the metallics. Yes, look, it's really interesting. I have not got the metallics yet. I've still got the old ones, so don't worry if you've got the old ones, they work just fine. However, I have discovered that that these new WOW ones are particularly good. I'm really happy with the result. And now that I've got the white, the clear, and the black, the basics, but now I'll be getting the metallics as well, because I can see that they are just that little bit better. All right, I'm using just some paper towel, and I'm going to polish up, because what happens when you use that blending brush, that some of the color sits on top of the white, and so it doesn't look as stark. But when you come in and polish it, can you see some of the powder has come off now? Sorry, not the powder, the color. And I'm just making sure that I've polished that up nice, and it just looks a bit better. Okay, so there's our happy. All right, so that's going to go here, and I will be adding a birthday to it. So I'm going to put this on dimensionals. And I'm just going to use a couple, and I'm going to use some, I'm not going to put them right here on the corners, because that's actually where I want to put my like flowers and leaves and things. So I want to be able to put them in underneath. So I'm actually just going to put these in the middle. So we're actually almost done with this card now. It took us a little while, didn't it? You have the metallic. Yeah, that's my next, one of my next purchases will be the metallic in the WOW. I think that they look fantastic, and I've heard people saying really good things about them. All right. Oh, guess what? Guess what? Anyone want to know what I've just done? Can anyone see what I did? Okay, let's take that off. Thankfully, I hadn't pushed it down yet. And let's turn it around so it's facing the right way. Oh, my goodness. And you know what? We could even make this a... No, I'm not going to. I'm going to go landscape today. I like the background with the grey granite. I think that's really nice. All right, so let's have a little play here with these. And I'm going to have this underneath. And maybe, I'm not sure where I'm going to put them all, but here I have this one on top probably. And then what's happened? What have I looked? Oh, really? Did I lose one of my flowers? Seriously? Oh, here it is. Found it. Found it. Or maybe I have these both on top like that. And I'm thinking about having these up here maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet for sure about these. And I'd love to add 1 or 2 of these. So I'll tell you what else would have been nice. Silver embossing powder would have been really nice with this as well. Don't you think? So maybe this little guy. Well, that's nice. The other option is we've got little flowers and roses and things in here as well. I don't know. Do we want this or do we want to add some different leaves? A Mr. Squiggle card. Yeah, upside down. That's right. I used to love Mr. Squiggle. Oh my goodness. I thought that was so much fun. And I'm thinking maybe this little guy here. What do we think? Do we like this? I'm wondering if we need these ones. Maybe I'll just have instead, I'm going to just have a single leaf here. That looks better. You loved him too? The leaves are nice, aren't they? Aren't they? I'm going to keep this for something else. I don't think I'm going to use it on this card now after all that. But that's okay. Right, so I'm going to start putting these on. And I'm going to use a couple of dimensionals. So I'm just going to put 1 dimensional behind my rose here. And I'm going to pop that right there. And then this one's going to go in underneath, but I'm still going to put a dimensional on one side. And that's going to be the side that I'll pop that right about there. And then this one, probably put this on with glue dots. So let's grab a glue dot for that. I hope you've all got glue dots in your collection. They are the best things. Love them. And then what else have we got? We've got this one I'm actually going to put over the top or underneath. I'm actually going to put this one underneath. So I'm just going to use a bit of any glue you like. I'm going to put that right about there. Turn it this way. And then this one's going to go on a dimensional. So change it up, sort of have them going facing different ways so that, you know, you can have a bit of a play with them to put them different, you know, some high, some low, that kind of thing. And then this little guy here. You think Pretty Peacock was the right choice? Good. Good to know. Now that one's going to go there, and then this one is going to go up the top. Like that. All right, the last thing we need to do is I need to go back to my bit of scrap paper, which is still over by the, I think it's still over by the machine. What did I do with it? That's all right. I've got plenty more scrap paper, believe me. Plenty more scrap paper where that came from. So let me grab some. Yeah, here's a piece. And I'm going to use, remember we were talking about the birthday from the other set? This one. So happy birthday. I'm going to pop that on a block, and I'm going to use Pretty Peacock ink. This card has taken me longer tonight than it probably should have, but oh well. Right, so I actually don't want all of the, actually, I'm going to clean that, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just use a marker to get the bit of the word that I want. Because if I use an ink pad, it gives me happy birthday, and I've already got the happy. I don't need the happy. So let me Now you want to make sure when you do this, if you don't want part of the word that this is completely dry, you can run your finger over it after you've cleaned it if you want to. You could rub it off on your jeans or, you know, on a cloth, something. Guess who's using their jeans? Well, actually, it's jean shorts is what it is. All right, so I'm back on the block again. And I'm going to use my Pretty Peacock marker. And once again, I am showing you cool ways to use markers because I think markers are one of the most wonderful tools. They are fantastic. And right now, if you're joining as a demonstrator, you can get 2 sets, not 1, but 2 sets of markers for free. And there's 10 markers in a set. So that's a pretty cool deal. All right, let me just stamp that out. I see I've got a little tiny, that's right, all good. Let me use my, so I'm going to just chop very roughly around this. You can see I've actually cut on an angle there. And then we've got our birthday. And that is going to go right over here next to my happy. And I can just glue it straight on, or I could put it on dimensionals. If you're going to use dimensionals, you'll want to use mini dimensionals because it's very small. So let's do that. Just make sure that they fit behind the little banner. Like that. And we're going to need some bling. Jody, where are you? Are you still with us? Now, silver looks very, very nice with these, with grey granite particularly, and with these colours. Okay, so silver would be a good choice. Other options, we have the antique pearls. Those are really pretty. These are gorgeous. They're not like the regular pearls. They've got like a more of a vanilla colouring to them. Really, really nice. We could use the textured dots. Those would also work. A bit more brown. We've got some white sequins from the celebration offering. And we've got our silver metallics. But any of those 4 would look good. All right, let me go and check the comments and see what everyone's saying. Oh, no, that's not good, Donna. I'm sorry about the lady with the beige pants. I remember doing a shimmer paint class years and years ago, and one of the girls shook the bottle. The lid wasn't on properly, and it went all over her work pants. Oh, my goodness. Thankfully, it washed out. But yeah, that was I felt terrible. But I don't know how the lid wasn't on properly, but it just wasn't. Someone had used it and not put it back on. Yeah, you could use the dimensional strips. That would be a good idea as well. Gold foil, Pretty Peacock ones. Oh, yes. Ooh. I'm just checking to see if I have any of those. Let me quickly look in my embellishment book here. I think that's where they are. I'm looking. That's these ones. These are the Pretty Peacock ones with the gold shimmer. That's those. So that's another option. I'm looking to see if Jody has given us the benefit of her expertise. You're watching on TV. Did you tell me which gems I should use, Miss Jody? Oh, no, that's no good, Susie. I hope it wasn't a favourite white shirt. Silver metallic, says Janine. Pearl, says Elaine. I'm just going back to see if anyone else commented, but I don't think they did. Yes, if the shorts were white, that would be a very bad idea. I agree with you, Sheila. That's so true. Oh, my goodness. All right, so we've got I think the votes, the most votes seem to have come in for the pearls or the metallics. They're the ones that everyone's talking about. The pearls are more vanilla-y. I'm thinking I might go with the silver metallics because I think the silver metallics are going to look really, really good on the grey granite. So let's do that. So where will I put it, on the edge here or put it down here? No, I think I'm going to put it on the edge of my banner. So one there. And I'm going to have another one up here. And then a little guy up the top here. I'm going to say that's a finished card. That turned out pretty nice. Thank you for the detail. Jody said pretty peacock. Oh, no. Oh, no. I missed Jody's comment. Well, I can take them off and we can change it. And I've still got them here. So you mean the pretty peacock with the gold. Because that's also really nice. Pretty peacock, says Jody, in capital letters. All right, hang on. I'm going to take these off. And then I'm going to switch over and we're going to do one more card really quickly. And we're going to make it a quick card because I have really taken a lot of time with this one tonight. I'm so sorry. But we kind of have fun while we're doing it, right? So it doesn't really matter that it takes so long. All right, so let me go with the pretty peacock. Use my take your pick tool. It's easier to get them off with a take your pick tool. And because this is so much the same as this, I'm actually going to put it down here because it'll stand out more. And I think maybe same with this one here and one here. There we go. Do you like that better? Is that better? I think they both look good. Yeah, Bling Queen has spoken. Exactly, Donna. I'm glad you guys have fun. That's the most important thing. And that's why we do this every Friday and Sunday night, so that you guys can get together and have a bunch of fun, because that's why I do this. I have a little sign. Some of you may have heard me say this before. I have a little sign up on my, it's written on a Post-it note, and it's on my notice board next to my desk. And it says this, because this is what I honestly, truly believe. And this is my goal and my aim and what I try and do for you. And it says, I provide value and service to my community. And you guys are my community, okay? My team also is my community. And I try and provide value and service as much as I can to you guys so that you can be part of that and enjoy the experience. If the last thing we could do, if you wanted to, would be totally optional, would be to add some Winker Stella maybe over the roses, because that would look really good. So, you could do that. That would be an optional thing. I'll just do the 2 medium-sized roses, the smaller ones. And you can't really see that probably on the camera, but I can see it. I don't know if you can catch the light. Kind of see it? Oh, if the camera would stop autofocusing, we might be able to see it. But anyway, there you go. Card's done. All right, I'm happy with that. I'm going to move that to one side. I'm getting my heat tool out of the way, and I'm going to get my banners here also out of the way. I've got stuff everywhere. Goodness me. All right, shall we draw the winner of the prize? I don't even know yet myself who it is, because I'm going to use, there's a website online called random.org, and if you go to random.org, you can actually put in, and what I do is I have 5 people who actually guessed correctly, and I'm going to show you. I've got my 5 people here. So my 5 people are Maureen, Leslie, Donna D, Dolores, and Jen Y. Gen W, sorry, not Gen Y. That's a generation. I'm sorry about that. Gen W. Okay, so they're the people that actually have been entered in because you all guessed correctly. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I've got random.org open, and I've put in 1 to 5, and depending on when I hit the generate button, it'll come back with a number, and whoever's number it comes up with is the one who's going to win the prize. So here we go. I'm pressing it, and it's number 2. That's Leslie. Hello, Leslie. You've won the little prize. Yay. I will get that in the mail to you this week. So I need to double check that I have your address. I know I did have it at one point. I just don't know if I still have it. So So Leslie, you have won the guess how many celebration items. And did everyone guess what they were? Okay, so on this card we have 5 celebration items. Okay, so I've got the Starburst embossing folder here at the back. Then I've got the Bloom Impressions DSP, which I've cut some of the squares from. So that's 2. We've got the heart-shaped dies and stamps. That's 1 because it's a bundle. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. We've got the Fresh Freesia ribbon. That's 4. And the 5th one is the little purple adhesive back sequins. Those are on there as well. So those of you who guessed, some people actually guessed them and named them. But you didn't have to do that. You just had to tell me how many. So if you guessed and named them, that's great. But if you didn't guess and name, you just told me how many there were, that was also okay. So so everyone who guessed 5 went into the draw. And if your name wasn't drawn out this time, who knows? Maybe it will be next time. All right, you guys, you had all of them. Of course you did, Sheila, because you didn't enter. Oh, you know, the time that I watched all my numbers come up on Lotto and I hadn't entered, that was a very sad day. I'm sure those of us have done that and, you know, gone, really, if I'd only entered that thing, I could have been a winner. Never mind. It wasn't meant to be. All right. Okay, let's make a really quick card. I'm going to go super fast. Don't even know what I'm going to use. What shall we use? I'm going to put this stamp away. And what do people want to see me use? Oh, I know. All right. I want to show you what's next month. So this week on my scrapbooking video, I'm going to be doing last month's kit of the month, which was the Everyday You and Me set. Okay, so the one you've just seen me use. For February, this will be the new kit of the month, and this is the one I'm going to do at the beginning of March. Okay, so I'm going to be doing them. I was going to do the storybook moments. I don't know. I'm still. What do you think? Should I do this one or the storybook moments? Maybe I don't announce that. Maybe I still have to decide. But tonight I'm going to open this up so you can see it, because this is a new one. More fun. Yes, more fun. All right, so this is called Meant to Be. And you can see there's, as always, 6 layouts that you can make. And here are all the pieces. So here's the gorgeous DSP. Some of you might think that looks familiar. We did have paper just very similar to this in Real Red and Daffodil Delight a couple of years back. And it had a bee punch, which we still have. But how pretty are these? Aren't they fun? I know, I love the bees too. And look, there's little Daffodil Delight flowers there. Super cute. Looks like dots. But then there's paper. So there's all the different papers that are super, super nice. There's white in there as well, because that's what some of the bases. These are die cuts. I don't know if you can see them. Can you see you've got little flower die cuts in all the different colors? Aren't those cool? And then we've got some more die cuts here. Better Together, Be Happy, Beautiful, Beautiful Life, Just Be You, All the Buzz, We Belong Together. And there's some hexagon shapes. And then there's some cute little, look at these, how cute they are. Okay, aren't they cute? Love, love, love them. All right, I love this little bee, and I think I want to do something with him. So let's grab him out of there because he's too cute not to use. Oh, he's a sticker. All right, let me pull that out. Okay. And I'm going to do some paper. I'm deciding which one. Which one? I think maybe this Petunia Pop. That's really nice. Do we like the Petunia Pop or do we like the... I don't know. So if I was going to use this bee, would he look nicer on a light pink? He might be nicer on the light pink, I think. Yeah, I think he'll look better. He also would look good on some green gingham. Well, it's not gingham. It's kind of like a tartan, isn't it? It's like a check pattern. So, has anyone seen Cherie tonight? Have I missed her? I just realised I haven't seen her name pop up. All right, I am going to go with something really simple. Let's start with a basic white card base. You still have the other bee paper and stamp set? Yeah, really, really cute. And you could use that for some of this as well. But you know what is really nice about this? There is a matching stamp set that also has dies. Now, we didn't have this before. So these are the meant to be dies, and these are the meant to be stamp set. Okay, so my thinking is it still is going to match up with our bee punch. All right, so there's our bee punch. All right, but what's super cute, I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to show you these. I haven't even opened them yet, but I'm very excited about these because I love, no, I haven't seen her tonight. I hope she's okay. The green gingham. Okay, done. Yep, people are saying green gingham. I don't know where Cherie is, and I've been wondering. So I hope she's okay. All right. So we've got these. Okay. I love hexagons. Okay. We've got some great, these would be great on a scrapbook page, but also great on cards. Really, really cute. And I'm thinking maybe the second one up might be good. And it cuts two edges. So you get like a frame. Hang on, let me see if I can get this one out. All right, so that one might be good. And that little bee is going to go quite nicely on there. Okay, so I like this bee. Sorry, this hexagon, I should say. And also you've got, you've got little conversation bubbles that are actually the same shape as the bee body. So you could, I would use those as conversation bubbles on a scrapbook page, but you've also got little wings, you've got antennae, you've got some super cute little things here. Isn't this a cute set? And lots of little daisies and things. Oh, I know. Look at those dies. That's what I'm excited about. So those are in the scrapbooking brochure. That's why you guys need to check the scrapbooking brochure out, because it's not just for scrapbooking, right? So I am going to do something with that, but I'm going to use the green gingham, and I'm going to use my, and you might think, oh, didn't you use this same layout the other night? Yeah, I did. This is one of my favorite layouts. It's quick and easy. It's 8 centimeters by 12 centimeters. So nice easy piece. And this is Old Olive, I believe. Did I actually see that in the book? I think it's Old Olive. So you can see they've used the hexagons. Look at that. Aren't those great? Love them on a scrapbook page. The hexagons are great. But the bee set is super, super cute. Oh, these are not in order. Well, that's not helpful. Here we go. Here's meant to be stuff. And you can see, I really did, the thing that attracted it to me was the hexagons, I have to tell you. So the colours, Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, Pool Party, Petunia Pop, Bubble Bath, and Basic Black. Okay, so those are our colours. They're super, super nice. And I'm deciding whether I want to put Basic Black around this for a bit of drama, because there is black in our bee, so it would go, or Old Olive. You know, I'm going to go the black. Sorry, I'm not giving you all voting choices because I know I'm out of time as usual, and I'm sort of trying to move quickly, and I want to get this up and done for you really quick. So I'm just going to go with what I think will work. So I'm making this 1/2 centimetre bigger on each side, so it's 8.5 by 12.5 to go behind my 8 by 12 piece. The other thing, I could size down and, you know, we could make it 1/2 centimetre smaller, but that's kind of cute. So we've got a nice border around here. I'm going to grab my seal or whatever you would like to have. And we're going to pop that on here. And before I cut my hexagon, I'm going to double check the shape and the size. So if I have it going this way, it goes just to the outside, or I could go this way. No, I want to go that way. All right. All right, I'm going to put some dimensionals behind here. 1, 2. Can you tell I'm in a rush? Yes, we will have some new, the scrapbooking stuff is designed to last, I believe, until the new catalogue comes out, which will be May for customers. And those of you going to On Stage will get it in March, and everyone else will probably get it in April. All the other demonstrators will get it in April. All right, so I'm going to put this across here, and I'm going to cut this from a piece of white cardstock. Is this piece big enough? Let me see. Ooh, just look at that. It's like it's the perfect size. All right, I'm just going to cut that out. Now I want to show you what I was talking about when I said it's got 2 cut lines. All right, so I want to show you something. It cuts not only the hexagon, but it cuts a frame. Okay, can you see that? So you get a slightly smaller hexagon than what you might have thought, but you have a frame as well, which I really like. So, right, so that's, can you see the 2 cut lines? One on either side. Super nice. Yep, there's, okay, need to tell you this, guys. We have new stuff coming on Tuesday. There'll be new kits out. The 4th of February. Okay, is it today is the 2nd? Yeah, that's right. So Tuesday. And the other thing that's coming out Tuesday is round 2, more celebration things. So there are more celebration items coming on Tuesday. How cool is that? We love that. All right, so I'm adding this little bee. Now, he is sticky. And I could put him straight on, okay, if I wanted to. But I don't. I actually want him up on dimensionals. And you're probably thinking, yeah, but he's sticky. So how are you going to do that? If I knew where my embossing buddy was, I would tap all over the back of this with my embossing buddy. Let me just have a quick look again in case it is staring at me, because it was in my drawer. I'm so sorry about this. Very disorganized tonight. And there's one other place it might be. I have 2 embossing buddies. So the fact that I've lost both of them is kind of embarrassing. Well, I found the old one. It's not a nice pretty one like the new one, but I did find the old one. So you'll have to excuse it. It's a bit grubby. It's an old one. But what you do is you tap over the back of this. And you can see what I mean about it being a bit grotty, because it's actually stuck to the back of this, but no one's going to see that. Right, so now it's not sticky anymore. And we can stick dimensionals to it and make it sit up. Okay, so if ever you want to use a sticker and you want it to be dimensional, the way to do that is to put your embossing buddy over the back to get rid of the stick, and then it's not sticky anymore. And I just find that's a really handy thing to do. All right, so now I'll take the backs off those. And this is going to end up on here. Actually, before I do this, guess what I'm going to do? Because I can't help myself. I'm going to come in with my Pool Party ink on a blending brush, and I'm going to add a little bit of color behind. There is Pool Party in these as well. And if you have a little look at the bee, can you see he's got Pool Party in his wings? So that's actually going to work really well. Yeah, exactly. I can't help it. I've got to blend. You are right, girls. All right, so the thing is, the bee is going to take up a lot of room on here, so we're not going to see much of it, and you don't need to worry about being particularly, you know. So let's see how that looks. You can barely see it, actually. I'm going to add a little bit more. Because I just want to make sure that we can see just a little bit of it. Now, we could have our bee straight up and down if we wanted to, or we can have it on an angle. I know. I kind of like both. Straight up and down or on an angle. What do you think, guys? There are some new ones coming, Donna. So, yeah, check it out. There might be something there you like. I have got most of the, well, I wouldn't say most. I've got some of the celebration things. I'm going to put it on an angle. Can't help myself. Right. So, like that. Can we see the color coming out from behind that? Angle. Says Tanya. I think that was meant to say angle, Leslie, yeah? Okay, most people are saying angle, so it looks like I chose right. And then that's put a couple of dimensionals behind here. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. And then I'm going to have him right about here. How cute is he? Look at him. He's cute. But you know what we would have to do would be almost imperative. You should have to wink a Stella his wings, her wings. His? Is it a him or a her? I don't know. This is the worker bee. They're all boys, aren't they? I don't know. It's a cute bee. I know it is a really cute bee. And it's got a flower for you. So this is just a sticker from the sticker sheet that comes with the kit. You can buy the papers with the sticker sheet as a separate item as well. Romper room. Oh my gosh, that brings back memories. Oh, it's a him. You think Lynn, because Lynn said she loves his happy face, so it must be. Yes, the bee bling. Yes, we do have some bee bling, so maybe I use that. I'm just looking at my sticker sheet to see if there's any words on there that I would want to use. Oh, I could. I've got all the buzz or just be you. What do you think? Just be you or all the buzz? Which one? First person to say which one. I did see the bee bling, and she is correct. It's a girl. She has flowers. Could the boy not be bringing flowers for the girl? You guys, Romper Room. I know, right? I wanted to be on Romper Room so bad. I had the, you know, the balloon that you go back with, you bang, bang, bang on the balloon. Everyone who watched Romper Room knows what I'm talking about, and everyone else is like, what is she saying? All right. All buzz, said Susie, and I think you're the first. Just be you, said Leslie. Just be you, said Elaine. All the buzz, all the buzz. Okay, all the buzz it is. Right. And guess what I'm going to do with this? I'm going to stick it straight on. You could, of course, raise it up on dimensionals if you wanted. Something that is nice about this is because we have a check design, it's pretty easy to get it straight. Okay, even though the design's not completely straight. Let me quickly grab, I think just got to find my bees because I think they might still be in the box from Craft Along because we used them for Craft Along this week. Yes, they are. There we go. So we're going to add some bees. Seriously, guys, if you want something super, super cute, these are the cutest ever. These are gorgeous. And if you're thinking to yourself, all these beautiful things, how do I get my hands on them? You can buy them. These are available for sale. And I love that, that we have all these gorgeous, gorgeous things. So how to put a glue dot on a tiny, tiny bee like this. A couple of different ways. Here's one. You can stick your bee onto the glue dot, take your bee off, and then you have to roll the glue dot kind of behind the bee so it doesn't stick out. All right, so I'm going to have, where will I put my bees? I'm going to have one right here. The other way to do it is to grab your pokey tool or take your pick tool, and I pick up a glue dot with the end of my pokey tool, okay? And then I put that behind my bee. And it's kind of already rolled up, really. And I'm just going to have that. Do I want to put it on here? I think I want to put it actually on the, there we go, right there. And then we'll have a last one, a third one. This is actually my second pack of bees because I used them for Craft Along last month. I think I'll be ordering another packet yet. All right, there we go. We've got our bees. My card is done. Next week, Wiggles and Magic Roundabout. It's really funny because my son and I communicate mostly by videos and memes and things like that. And I follow an Instagram page that's called something nostalgia, and it's all like 90s and early 2000s children's television shows. And so I send them to him, and he remembers them, but they're mostly ones that he probably hasn't thought of for many years. So how did we go tonight? I think this is a super cute card. So don't think to yourself, oh, that scrapbooking stuff, that means I have no use for that. Yes, you do. These are fantastic, okay? You want to have a look at them because you can use them for card making as well as scrapbooking, okay? They are useful for both. So if you're someone who said earlier when I asked, you know, are you one or the other or both, and you do both, absolutely, you need to get these. It's a no-brainer. They're so good. However, if you are a card maker, you can still get these and play around with them and make card things. So Andy Candy, oh my goodness, that's like a very early memory for me. Bill and Ben, yep. I have a lot of favorites. We'll talk, how about next time we talk about what was our favorites when we were kids, because I know I had lots of favorites and I love them so much. Bring back really good memories. All right, so I've got this one and I've got this one. You can tell me, guys, which one do you think is your favorite tonight? I won't say which one's better, just which one is your favorite. You were dominated by Thomas the Tank Engine. Does that mean there was a brother in your family that watched nonstop Thomas? My son loved Brum, and you like the bee. And the first one said Sheila. You like both, says Judy. Hedging your bets there. Teletubbies, oh my goodness. I hated the Teletubbies, but my son loved them. Oh my gosh. I thought I escaped because my daughter wasn't interested, but then my son just, that's what he wanted to watch. Teletubbies. Oh, it was your son. Right. Of course. The B one is your favorite. Look, these are both really beautiful cards, and I'm actually really happy with both of them, but I don't know, do I have a favorite? This is the one that probably most of the work went into tonight. This one took us longer, but this was a quick and easy card, and for a quick and easy card it turned out pretty cool. So I love the hexagons in here. I just think they're so useful. You are so welcome, Roz. I'm really glad that you were able to watch along with us tonight, and so thankful that all of you keep coming back. I'm so grateful. You make this a great place to be. Okay, so I'm going to, that lamp is making a weird look on my face, isn't it? Like the light is really weird from that. And I have that lamp on because it's on the same plug as my heat tool. So when I have the heat tool plugged in, that's plugged in as well. So I need to turn, it's also a good reminder to me to turn the heat tool off. Oh, I'm so happy you think so, Lorraine. That's very, very cool. Oh, Mickey Mouse Club. Oh, my gosh. Isn't that fun? We have so many fun things to talk about. I think because we're all, you know, between a certain age and another certain age, and so we relate to a lot of the same things, and I think that's what makes it really special. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. I hope that you've had a great time tonight, and I hope you had a good weekend. I'll be back on Tuesday with Technique Tuesday. I hope to see you then. That'll be 2 p.m. my time. That's Sydney time, Tuesday. Even though I don't live in Sydney, but Sydney time zone is the one that most people recognize. So, so there we go. All right, you guys, let's talk again soon. See you at Tuesday at 2 o'clock, and I'll be back then. And have a great couple of days. Bye.